got my little questions. Let's see if it's gonna work. Okay. Let me refresh this and see if it will work. Why is this the most confusing thing in the world? Let me just make sure that it will work. Okay. So sorry about this.
No worries at all. Don't worry.
Just okay. Oh, I gotta paste the stream key. Okay. Okay. Apparently need to set up a stream key. Let's see where I have to put that. This is so confusing. What the heck?
Good. You're doing great. I would be so confused too.
Thank you. Okay. Where am I even supposed? Oh, is it on? Is it on, guys, in the chat? Because it doesn't look like it's actually on, but maybe it is.
Let's see here.
Okay. I guess I'll go to the YouTube channel on another browser and see if it's actually playing.
Yeah, I'm checking on the YouTube channel. I don't see it, but let's see if it shows up for you.
Okay. Let's see. Can you guys hear us or see us at all? And there's people in the chat, but I don't know
Oh,
if this is
okay.
actually working.
Well, let us
YouTube.
know.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think it's working.
Oh, yay!
Let's see what happens if I click on it. Okay, it's working. I'm so happy.
Yay!
We did it. I am so sorry, y'all, that we're late. There's a lot of technical difficulties. Apparently, I don't actually know how to use Streamlabs, but
But you figured it out.
I did, and Daisy was a very supportive person throughout this entire endeavor of trying to get it to work. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining. Welcome, please welcome Daisy to the first Q&A of Summer Night's Q&A with Strawbunny and Friends. I'm using my VTuber because I'm a little sick today, and I didn't want to be all sick and a mess on the stream. But we'll take questions from the Patreon subscribers, and then if you'd like, in the comments, even if you're not subscribed, you can ask questions and we'll pick ones from the comments. So yeah, I guess we'll jump right into it because we're late. Again, I'm so sorry, everyone. Okay. From the Patreon Discord, that is very nice and funds the series. First question is, what are your thoughts on the series so far?
Is that the end of the question?
Yes, there's like 3
Okay.
questions in one paragraph.
Okay, gotcha. I mean, from just the visuals, it's so adorably cute. I think from recording, it's going to be really funny, adorable, sweet moments, a lot of fun. I just love everything about it. So it's an honor to be part of it. It's so cute.
Thank you so much. Also, I noticed that you have like buns on the side of your head. It reminds me of bear cub ears.
I did it on purpose.
Oh, that's perfect.
Overalls. I didn't have yellow ones, but I'm like, these will do.
Oh my gosh, you look adorable.
Thank
You
you.
embody Cubby.
Yeah, I do.
um, what are your thoughts on your character Cubby, and how was your experience being the voice of Cubby?
Oh my gosh. It's, again, like I said, it's a huge honor. Cubby is adorable. I think he's so sweet. I just want to like squeeze him and like hug him. He's so cute. Voicing him is so fun. Like getting into his character and doing the things he does. Not going to give spoilers, but it's just fun and the adventures. I can't wait for everyone to see it.
Me too.
Yeah.
You do such an excellent job with Cubby. He's
Oh, thank
so chill,
you.
and your voice is absolutely perfect for him.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Um, what was going through your head? Like, what was your initial reaction to being chosen to play Cubby?
Yeah. So I try not to, like, when I audition, not to get stuck on a role, like, in case I don't get it. I'm like, it's fine, not to, like, get hurt or anything. This one I really wanted badly. So I was just like, I'll try not to, but I'm keeping an eye on the emails. So when I got it, I was just like, is this real? Because, like I said, everything about it I loved from what I've seen. So just seeing the email, I was really happy. And then when I found out it's Cubby, I was like, okay, this is gonna be a lot of fun, and I don't know, I was so happy. I'm still really happy and grateful, if you can tell. It's just I'm so happy.
I'm so happy to hear that. I'm glad that getting the role of Cubby meant so much to you. And like I said, you're perfect for Cubby, so I definitely think the decision was more than the correct one. You are so sweet and perfect for Cubby.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. Let's see, more questions. Looking for the other questions.
Yeah.
Okay, would you say that you're similar to Cubby, or would you say that he's like his personality is different from yours?
Hmm. I would say we're more similar than different. He's their first friends, as am I. He's very, like, sweet. He does love his food and honey, which I try to like honey because it's good for my voice, but I don't love it as much as he does, so that's one difference. But other than that, I think he's just really sweet, friendly. He's just kind of doing his own thing sometimes, as am I. So more similar than different.
For sure. He's definitely very chill. So, yeah, if
Yeah,
you're chill, that's definitely a very
yeah,
common thing.
yeah.
um, what do you think of Cubby's character design?
Precious, adorable, lovable, cute. All of the above. I have a little cubby the sticker actually that I got with me in the booth all the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
So he's always
precious.
there with me because just looking at him makes me happy. So I love
Oh,
him. He's adorable. Yeah, I wouldn't change a thing about Cubby's design. It's perfect.
oh, I'm so happy to hear that. So, thank you.
Yeah, thank
Okay, let's find the questions that are scattered.
you.
The questions are kind of scattered throughout the Discord. I apologize.
No worries.
Okay, is next question. The whole series of like Strawbunny and Friends is very wholesome, very cute, feel
Yeah.
good with a little bit of like funniness to it.
Uh-huh.
Is this the kind of like show or series that you're most comfortable with, or are you like going outside your box a little bit with the role?
Yeah. I definitely feel like I'm in my zone with shows like this, the whole cute, and those are my favorite things to voice when it's more like wholesome and sweet. The other side is I do love a lot of horror and stuff like that. So both I feel in my element, but this is I think where I shine most, and especially my voice. It's a bit younger, so it like plays to this world a bit more. So I'm definitely in my element with this world. And yeah, it's fun.
Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, your voice is super adorable. So yeah, it fits right in with the Straw Bunny and Friends universe, definitely.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any tips for somebody who would like to voice act in the future and maybe like get a similar kind of role or something? Or just like voice acting, like advice in general?
Oh yeah, definitely. My number one is something I tell myself too is like just keep believing in yourself because it's hard. It takes time. So you have to be your number one fan, even when things get hard because they do, you know? But as long
Hmm.
as you love it and there's passion, that's all you need to like take you. You'll soar with that. And watch things that you want to be in. For example, like I really want to voice cartoons and a lot of cute shows like that. So I still watch a lot of cartoons and anything that I'm like, oh, it would be really fun to be in this. So I like watch, I study, but I'm enjoying it. So it's like, doesn't feel like homework, but I am learning at the same time. And yeah, have a supportive community because that matters a lot. If you can make other voiceover friends that help support you and they get it, they understand how much work goes into everything. So surround yourself with kindness, support, and just learn from the things you want to be in. I think those are two big things that I do all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's I think that kind of great advice definitely spans over all kinds of art. I feel like
Yeah.
definitely need a support system, and definitely like sometimes you got to be your number one fan in not just
Mm-hmm.
apparently voice acting too, but definitely think as like a digital artist myself and obviously like animator and everything, you kind of have to like boost yourself until you find like your spot in a community for sure. Definitely think that's like universal art thing, and I definitely see like
Right.
voice acting as an art form. Absolutely, you have to change your voice and have the perfect tones and everything for the
Mm-hmm.
situations. I have a lot of respect for people who can voice act because I definitely don't have like the voice for it. I have a little bit of a lisp, I think. So definitely I have a lot of respect for people who can just change their voice like that. It's unbelievable. It's like
Yeah.
such an amazing skill.
Oh. And just to say too, I've always been interested in like animating and drawing. I like to draw, but I'm like animating is a whole different so, like I have so much respect for animators, like to be very honest. I'm just like, how? Really
It's
cool.
oh, thank you. It's definitely like really time consuming and a little
Yeah,
tedious, but it could be very relaxing too, because sometimes you
right.
just draw like the same frame, but just a little bit different each frame, and it's just something relaxing about it.
Right, yeah. If
Yeah.
you enjoy it, that's where the passion and you can relax and enjoy it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just put on some tunes and
Right? Yeah.
relax and animate. Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Next question. What how do I word this from the person? um, when you were reading the lines of Cubby, like how
Mhm.
did or auditioning, I should say,
Yes.
how did you like come up with the voice of Cubby, like the one that
Mm,
you settled on to audition with?
yeah. So with Cubby, I really appreciate when there's like art or pictures or descriptions. So like keywords that I can pull from and that kind of leads my voice to like where do I want to go. So for Cubby, I just did it the first time, the first voice that came out. I'm like, wait, that that would match kind of what I'm the lines that I'm reading. I would hear this voice in my head. So I think this would match the character. So
Hmm.
the first voice that I did was the one that I kept, which doesn't always happen. Sometimes I'm like, oh no, it should be a little older or a little younger. But with Cubby, it just kind of came out like he was already part of me. So it was
Oh,
sort of way. So like it was really easy and natural, which I think I had a lot of fun in the audition for that part. I didn't even have to think about it. I just sort of let it happen. But yeah, that was with Cubby at least.
yeah, I totally understand that. Yeah, you're when I heard your audition for the first time, I was like, that like every like all the auditions were unbelievable. But there's like your voice definitely fit like what I was imagining for
Hmm,
Cubby. Definitely
yeah.
like everybody's audition was incredible, and it was so hard to choose. Like I just wish I could choose everybody, make like a character for
Right.
everybody because everybody was so
Yeah.
amazing. But
Oh,
your voice was definitely what I was imagining
mm,
for Cubby, and you just did such an excellent job. Like to the readings, the audition, everything. You're
oh,
like the
thank
perfect
you.
Cubby.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Did you have any inspiration from like outside sources when you're voicing Cubby?
Mhm.
Like how
Um,
you want.
oh yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
I'm sorry. Like a specific outside source that inspired you behind the voice of Cubby.
Yeah. Well, I think when I hear characters talk a little bit more like babyish, not that Cubby has a baby voice, but he's more like a little bit more like this. So I pulled that from when I think of cute characters and they're like, well, like Cubby, how he looks like just adorable and fluffy. I tend to go for a voice like that. So that kind of characters like that inspired me to go that route, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. It
Yeah,
makes a lot of sense because I think a lot of artists get inspiration from
yeah,
outside
for
sources.
sure.
Definitely, it's inescapable. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
very interesting to see like what inspires people to go the route that they
yeah.
decide to go.
There's inspiration everywhere. Even if I'm like out and about, just on a normal day, I'm like listening for voices. I'm like, oh, wait, that's a good idea. Oh, that'll inspire this character and stuff. But yeah,
Yeah, exactly. It's inspiration is everywhere, like you said. You get
yeah,
inspiration from the strangest things that
right?
that
When you least
that
expect it.
like things that aren't even meant to be like artistic inspirations. It's like
Yeah,
the whole world just inspires art. It's so amazing.
yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. I think at this point, maybe we'll take some questions
Yeah,
from the comments section. Um, if anybody who's tuning in and watching has a question for Daisy, aka the voice of Cubby in Strawbunny and Friends, please definitely feel free to comment your question and Daisy will answer it. Let's
yeah.
see.
Your VTuber avatar is adorable, by the way. It's so cute.
Oh,
I love it.
thank you so much. I yeah, I wanted to just use my webcam today, but I'm not feeling like
Yeah,
totally
not the
good right now. So yeah, it
I
was
get
yeah. But thank you. I worked really hard on this design, so I
it.
really
Okay.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay. Who do you think Cubby will be best friends with, like out of the cast?
Ooh. I think, oh, they're all such good friends. I think I would go with maybe Straw Bunny. Yeah, I'll go with Straw Bunny.
Why do you think that they would be best friends?
I just think I if I remember correctly, one of the lines for my audition actually was that Straw Bunny makes some delicious food and Cubby really has a soft spot for some delicious food. So I think that would be one of the reasons. Happy tummy, happy heart, full friendship.
Exactly. I get that. I relate to Cubby and
Yeah, it's like,
Strawbunny.
oh, right. Is there gonna be food there? We'll go here. So it's like strengthening the bonds.
Yeah, definitely. Um, does anybody else from the comment section have a question for lovely Daisy? We will wait a little bit, but how was your day today, Daisy, while we wait for more questions?
My day was really good. I actually had trouble with these little buns. One would come out and the other one wouldn't. So it's just like, I've got like 10 minutes left. But it happened. That was the worst of the day. So my day was pretty good, if that's the worst thing I have to complain about.
Oh, that's wonderful. I love your Sailor Moon poster on the side.
Oh, yes. Thank you. I love Sailor Moon. It's like one of my favorites. So, yeah.
Do you have a favorite Sailor Scout?
Yeah, Sailor Moon, her. She's my ever since I was little, like she was always my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
definitely a good role model. Oh, have you done any other voice roles? Asks Perrin.
Yeah, I've done some commercial, e-learning, video games, other animations, a lot of student projects, and IVR. So yeah, I've done quite a few things, and they're all very fun. I always have such a great time in all of them. I just love voice acting, so any role I'm grateful for. But yeah, done a few things.
I'm very happy for you that you're like, working towards fulfilling your dreams and doing, such a head start at it. You have so many um, roles already. It's amazing.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate
You're welcome. Um, let's see if we have any more questions. And while we're waiting for more questions from the comments, I think I actually have a question that just popped into my head.
that. Okay.
Um, what would you? Oh,
Oh, they beat you to it?
yeah. Do you compare with? Oh, we already asked that.
Oh, similarities?
Similarities. um, I mean, if you want to answer again, maybe they didn't see that part. It's up to
Yeah,
you.
yeah, for sure. I think we're both very sweet. We care about our friends, and we're always there for them. We're, he's chill. I kind of am doing my own thing sometimes too in my own little bubble, so I can see that in myself. And the one thing I said that we're a little different on is that he really loves his honey, and I try to like honey because it's good for my throat, but I don't love it as much as Cubby does. But yeah, I think that's like the biggest difference that I can think of. But yeah, mostly similar.
Yeah, Cubby is definitely very chill. As I said before, he's very laid back, but he also like Strawbunny's laid back too, but Cubby has like more common sense, I think, than Strawbunny. Strawbunny just like go with the flow, whereas Cubby kind of thinks more
Thinks about it.
about,
Yes.
yeah, thinks about things more. Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Um, my other question
Mhm.
was to people who are just beginning voice acting, is there like a number one beside, I similar to the other question I asked, but is there like a number one thing to always keep in mind, like when you're auditioning and looking for roles? Like, is there something that they should look out for when they're auditioning for voice acting roles as a new person?
Yeah. Well, one thing to keep in mind is to always have fun. That's the like most important rule that I've learned from taking so many classes is if you're not having fun, then kind of like, what's the point? Or you're not gonna feel satisfied. Or when you get the role, it's gonna be like, oh, you're gonna be more nervous than anything. So that's always my number one that I go to. Just
Mhm.
have fun. If it's meant for you, it'll be yours. But if not, then it's okay. There's like so many more. And another thing to look out for, I think everyone struggles with this imposter syndrome. I know that's a really, really hard, and everyone gets it. So just remember, well, it helps me remember you're not alone, and other people's success does not take away from yours. So just try to surround yourself again, like I mentioned, with supportive people and a good group. And that way you're reminded like everyone struggles, everyone deals with it. And yeah, I was gonna say, what's meant to be yours will be yours. I know it's easier said than done, so I'm trying to find like the better words for it because I still struggle with it, even though I'm giving advice. And some days are harder, and just know that you can do it. Just believe in yourself. Be your number one support because that really, really helps.
Yeah, definitely. And like I said before, I definitely think that transcends like
For
to
other
all
arts.
types of art for sure.
Yeah,
That imposter syndrome is very hard to deal with. I
I
know that
know.
definitely.
Yeah, it's really hard, but I mean, you're not alone. That always
Mhm.
helps me. Like, it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Well, very
Yeah,
good advice for sure. Um, Thank you for that.
yeah.
Oh, oh, I stole the question. Whoops.
Ah!
Sorry about that. Um, Coffee Jinx asks, "What's your favorite thing about Cubby?"
My favorite thing about Cubby, oh gosh, pick just one thing? Oh no! I think Cubby is very funny. I like, yeah, as I was recording the lines, I found myself laughing a lot and well, I was having fun, but like the things Cubby said, or just how he reacts to situations. I think Cubby's really funny, and that became one of my favorite things about him, like very quickly as I was working. So yeah, I think his just how he thinks, his humor, and just how he reacts, how he sees the world.
Mhm.
That's probably my favorite thing.
Aw. Yeah, he definitely has like a chill way of looking about things, but yet still like thinks things through, but very laid back too.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Um, Perrin asks if you could hang out with Cubby, what would you do?
Oh, I would definitely want to hang out in nature. We would be outside. I would want to go I would wanna go on a shopping trip so we could try on outfits, and he would look so adorable in all the little hats and everything I would buy him. That would be so cute. And of course, ended with a nice meal because Cubby and I would be very happy having a nice meal together. I think food
Oh,
would bring us joy. But yes, definitely a fun day out for sure.
that is so adorable. He would probably go to Build-A-Bear or something and put him in the Build-A-Bear
Yes, the only
clothes.
thing he would fit in. Such a yeah, I love that.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're
Oh
gonna be like, "Where
gosh.
can I get one of these? Nope, this one's mine. You can't buy this one." Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like we got some more questions. Wonderful. Sam asks, "Hey Daisy, your voice is really unique and cute. Do you gravitate towards unique voices when choosing roles?"
Ooh. Well, thank you, first of all, for saying that, because for the longest time, I hated my voice, so
Oh,
hearing that is like, "Oh, really? It's not annoying?" And, yeah, I think for most characters, I like to use my natural voice, so that would be a little more on the unique side, but other than that, I go for more well, I'm working more on, like, deeper character and, like, more mature because that's a little bit more out of my wheelhouse. So, for those characters, it does take a little bit more work. But for the most part, yeah, it's, like, my natural voice that I try to do for a lot of characters that fit.
hmm.
Yeah. But yeah.
Definitely understandable.
Mhm.
Okay, let's see. Have you ever had trouble with the voice, like when you're doing a character and not getting the tone you want, or having trouble getting the correct voice during a reading?
Oh, yes. That goes back to what I just mentioned with the deeper
Mm-hmm.
characters. I did have a session where I was having trouble, like, staying, like, down low for, like, a longer time than I, thought I could, or it sounds one way in your head, and when you're hearing it back, like, "Oh, that's not as deep as I thought, like, what's going on here?"
Hmm.
And, so that one was a little tough. I did get through it, but it just goes to show, like, oh, I need to work more on my, like, lower registers. But yeah, it sucks when it happens, but just know, like, everyone's really understanding, especially, like, they hired you for a reason. They know you can do it, and you can do it, but that was definitely stressful. I'm very calm saying it now, but during that, I was like, "Oh, no," like, I'm a perfectionist sometimes, so yeah, that was hard. But yes, that's happened to me.
Oh, that is actually a good question. I always wondered that, like, if like a voice actor or voice actress would like not be able to get the voice out that day or something like that. So that's definitely a very good question. I always wondered that
Yeah, that's
myself.
a good question, yeah, or especially when we're sick. That's
Oh,
also really hard, but yeah, it happens, and it's okay. You'll live.
it'll come out eventually.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Oh, this is a good one from Samra. Since I just joined, I don't know if you have been asked this yet, but who or what inspired you to do voice acting?
Ooh, that's a good question too. I think just well, growing up, I didn't know voice acting was a job, I just saw
Mhm,
characters, I'm like, they're real and they talk. That's just reality. So I think I give it to all the cartoon characters that I grew up with that just I've always done, like, voice acting, I guess, when I was little, I just didn't know what it was called or doing it. I would draw my own cartoons, record myself, and, like, just have a voice to match them. So I think just even cartoons to this day just inspire me or give me ideas, inspiration, and, like, remind me this is why I'm doing what I'm doing, and this is why I have fun. I just love going into those worlds, animation and stuff, so yeah, I give it up to my childhood and cartoons.
Oh,
That's
that's
always
ador
yeah, that's
that's
always
adorable that you like you started loving the concept of voice acting since you
yeah.
were a child. That is really awesome.
Yeah, not knowing that it's people behind the character, I was just like, "Oh, yes, like Kim Possible or Mickey Mouse or like
Yeah.
they're real." Yeah.
Yeah, I used to think the same thing as a kid when I was watching like Pokemon, and
Yeah.
I wanted to be like an artist that draws, and I would draw them, but I would be like, "Oh, it's so cool. They're like actually real and they're like living and
Oh,
existing." And I would do the same
yeah.
thing, so I really understand.
Yes, you get it, you get it. Yeah.
For sure. Uh, let's see if we have any more questions. Okay, I'll wait for like a couple of seconds because I did promise that I would only keep you for 30 minutes. But if we have any more questions, if you're okay with answering a few more,
Yeah, yeah, I am.
thank you.
While we wait, my favorite
While we
Pokemon is right
wait.
here. Vulpix is my favorite, by
Oh,
the way.
oh
My
my
booth
God,
buddy.
that
Always
is so
here.
that is so beautiful. That is so cute. Vulpix is a good one.
Yeah.
Sam says, I agree. That's why we are so attached to our childhood media. Yeah, definitely.
Yep, yep, yep.
Okay. I don't know if we have any more questions. If we don't, then we can say goodbye. But if you're typing a question, I would suggest do it kind of fast. Let's see. I don't think we have any more questions. But yeah, I think that one more question. Awesome. This will be the last question, I think.
Uh,
What do you like to do outside of voice acting? I see you like Pokemon and Sailor Moon.
okay. And what was the second part?
Oh, Sam asks, what do you like to do outside of voice acting? And that they saw that like your hobbies
Oh,
include Pokemon and Sailor Moon. If you have any other hobbies, what are they?
yes. I do like to draw. I've always had the use of drawing as meditation. So that's what I use it as. I just sort of like zone everything out. So that's one of them. I do like to play video games, Pokemon being one of them.
Yeah.
And yeah, and yeah, I think those are my two big ones. I'm crafty, so I like to do a lot of arts and crafts. But
Mhm.
yeah, those are like my main the main things I'm always doing. Just creating. Yeah.
That is really great. I love like that people are so creative. Like since the dawn of time, people have loved creating things just for joy. It's so awesome.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think that will be the last question because I did promise I would only keep you for 30 minutes. I'm sorry we went over by a few minutes, but I hope you had a lot of fun answering the questions, and I hope that everybody watching had a lot of fun asking the questions. It was a real pleasure to get to like have your insight on Cubby and just voice acting in general. It was a real like it was a real treat getting to kind of pick at your mind a little bit,
It was
as
a
they
lot of
say.
fun. Yeah, thank you so much for putting this together. It's my first like character Q&A, so this is special. And the fact that it's Cubby, I'm just like, he just
Oh,
keeps giving me more gifts. It's just so
oh.
beautiful. But
I'm
yeah,
so
so
glad
thank
you had I'm so glad you had fun. Thank you so
you.
much for joining and thank you so much to the audience for watching
Yeah,
and
thank
supporting Daisy. Let's all continue supporting Daisy as we go forward and cheering her on in her
you.
endeavors and just as her role as Cubby. Thank
Thank you. Yeah, thank
you
you to
so much.
everyone for being here.
Thank you. Thank you, Daisy, and thank you to the audience. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your day.
Yeah.
Um, Bye, everybody.